Hello everybody, it's Mr. Manzai here, and this time I've got a video based on Titanfall 3. It's actually been a while since I've spoken about Titanfall, and you know, obviously Titanfall was a really big theme on the channel, but I really wanted to talk about Titanfall 3's situation and why I'm a bit worried about, well, Titanfall. To be honest with you, obviously, when it came down to last year and EA acquiring Respawn Entertainment, we all knew a lot of people would feel the same way as I am, and I'm pretty sure people who are watching this video would feel the same way. Titanfall 3, or Respawn being acquired by EA just after the announcement that Visceral Games was shut down whilst they were working on a single player Star Wars title, and Respawn Entertainment are working on a single player Star Wars title as well, made a lot of red flags for a lot of people, and people were just straight up saying that, oh, this is going to be bad for Respawn and we don't expect the best for them when it comes down to this situation. I don't blame them when I see this or hear this situation. For me, when I'm going through the history and had to do my research on the matter, I do have my concerns for Titanfall 3 and the life of Respawn Entertainment, especially after the recent news that developers from Respawn, the people who originally worked at Infinity Ward and then left Infinity Ward to make Respawn, are going back to the people they didn't even like working for in the first place. This definitely puts up a massive red flag in my eyes, because when you need to go back to a company you wasn't happy with after making your own, and just after being acquired by a publisher that is notorious for shutting down companies or studios, you could really feel the tension there. I'm not too sure what's going to be happening when it comes down to the life of Respawn Entertainment. I do feel that there could be some serious fallout of Respawn being shut down whilst EA take the rights for Titanfall and absolutely butcher the franchise. I do not have any trust in EA whatsoever. I don't trust them, not even with Battlefield 5 or whatever it's called. I don't even have faith in that, because to me, when I see this, it's definitely something that I'm cautious for in the long run, because we don't know what's going to happen, especially after how Titanfall sold, and Titanfall 1 sold relatively well in the first month and then fell really hard after the release. Titanfall 1 did sell somewhat better than Titanfall 2, and obviously Titanfall 2 was due to being released between Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1, which was EA's fault. They have the publishing rights and release the game whenever they want to, and when you've got a situation like that going around, you just feel like you got screwed over by a company you're working for, and then you accept being bought out by them. I do feel something is going to happen, but I can't necessarily say it will. I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong, and I hope Titanfall 3 turns out to be a good game. Obviously I've got my hopes for it to be great, but when you've got a title that's attached to EA, you just can't help but feel like, oh god, this is gonna absolutely suck, and it's full of microtransactions. And to be honest with you, Titanfall definitely has that potential of having loot boxes in it because of the customization options that you can put into the game. It feels like an absolute no-brainer. Like, for instance, you can get chassis in loot boxes. Imagine that we live in a world like that, and it's very, very like believable for it to happen. Like, it's not out of the water thinking it won't happen. But when I'm seeing Titanfall and how the situation's going with the current franchise at the moment, and just with EA, I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. Like, because for me, I did have absolute confidence in Respawn in producing another great game before they were bought out, or bought out by EA. But now I just have my doubts, and I've been thinking about this for a good few weeks after the recent announcement that EA Respawn Entertainment developers have been leaving the studio to go work with the people they left. So to me, really, I've got my doubts. I really do, because all I want is the best for Respawn, because, you know, Titanfall 2 is definitely one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. But when you've got EA attached to you, it's just like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off, or it's a xenomorph about getting ready to burst out your fucking chest, and when that happens, the studio shuts down. So to me, all I can really say is I hope the best for Respawn Entertainment, and EA can go fuck themselves in the arsehole of all I care. But like I said, it's all a matter of time, and just have to see what happens, really. But when it comes down to anything that's been released lately, the only thing good that came out of out of EA lately was that single player game about the two prisoners escaping from, well, prison. I forgot the name of the title, I didn't buy it, but apparently that got some really good reviews, and that wasn't even owned by EA. So all I can say is I hope them for the best, and hopefully they manage to, you know, produce some really good games in the future. So yeah, really, that's what I really wanted to say. I do have my doubts, and I do have my concerns for Respawn Entertainment and the integrity of Respawn and the future of the Titanfall series. But at this point, it's all really down to their creative talents, I suppose. But anyway, enough about me rambling. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Are you also cautious and have your doubts with Respawn Entertainment and Titanfall as a franchise, or not? Tell me why in the comments below. My name is Mr. Manzaya. Like, subscribe if you liked this video, and click the notification bell to stay updated on all my latest videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.